Hi guys, this is Sound Creations Tech Talk, and with you is Robert Mwangi, a sound technician here in Sound Creations. Today we are going to look at Midas M32 digital mixer that is here before us. This is one of the many variety of options that we have available for you here at Sound Creations. Here in front of me, as you can see, is a 32 channel digital mixer which can give you also a 16 outputs, and that gives you also extra aux inputs with the same mixer. So we have various advantages with such a mixer, which is an update from the normal analog mixers that we are used to. This one will be able to give you flexibility as a sound engineer, which will give you also a better workflow in your systems. Today, we are going to just do a brief introduction, a brief overview for you to know what to expect with this and some of the options that you get with this. I'm sure some of the misconceptions you might have while watching this is that this is a mixer that can maybe mix itself or things like that, from what maybe we hear people talking about outside in this field. As you can see, it gives you various layers from channel 1 to 16, and then you can change the layer to 17 to 32. It saves whatever settings you had made. So for example, I can change everything here from 17 to 32, and when I go to 1 to 16, the settings in 1 to 16 are still there. If you go back to 17 to 32, they are also still there. So there's nothing like maybe it's doing by itself. It's just saving what you had already done. So as we can start, I will just give you a brief overview of the various sections that we have in this mixer. We can start from this section. Here we have now the configuration and the preamp section. This controls the preamps that are at the back of the mixer, and that can also be on your stage box. You can adjust the gain. You can have your phantom power. You can also change the phase of your signal, insert a low cut on your signal, and also you can view the sections. In this mixer, every section has a view button for you to know what you are doing, and the view button goes in line with the screen. So if I press view here, you have the dynamic section on the screen. View, I have my EQ section, view, my bass section, and all our sections have view buttons. So we have the gain configuration section, we have the gate section. This controls your level of signal that you release. So it serves just like the normal gate. The function is to open when the signal has reached the threshold that you have set, and close when it's below that threshold. The dynamics acts as the compressor. This one, as the name suggests, compresses your signal to a certain level. Here in Kenya, we talk about where we have some certain loud, maybe singers, loud signals that come in. So you have to try and regulate the signal that you're sending out, and maybe have it on a controlled level. This is something that you won't get in an analog mixer. So same to your analog mixer, we have now the EQ, where you can control your low frequencies, your low mid, your high mid, and your high frequencies. You have these three knobs that will control the gain, how you're affecting the frequency. I think if you can see on the screen, you can see the changes that has just been done on the high frequency. On the low mid, you can have that change and then on the lows, you can have such changes. You can change where the frequency is being affected and things like that. Just some of the advantages of a digital mixer. Next, we will look at our bass sense section. This is where we call normally our aux sense. This mixer will give you up to 16 aux sends, and you have that section that is ready for you and easier. So you just select a channel and just send the signal that is maybe aux 1, aux 2, aux 3, aux 4, according to what you require. This section is also duplicated here on this section, where you have the bus 1 to 8, 9 to 16 here. So you control the masters of your buses. This can come in handy where you have things such as monitors. You have to have your separate mix for your monitors. For your online also, you can have a separate mix that won't affect the mix that is going on in the house section or in your various installations. This is also another advantage, and you can also have the buses as stereo, so you can just link them and have them working together. So have your left and right signal. Next section that is here is the recorder section. You can have your USB that is compatible with the mixer. You can record your various maybe practice sessions, and just for you to get an overview, or even how you are mixing. At the end of the day, you can go and review what you have done. The last section that I'll look at in this left side of our screen, we have our main bus. So this controls the sends on our main stereo. So you must, if for example we're sending this channel to our main speakers, you have to activate the main stereo for you to send. And also you can have a mono center signal. Most people use this for their subs, so you can send it to your sub and just increase using that knob. The other knob below the mono center level controls our panning, so you can pan your channel to the left or to the right. This is also important if maybe you're doing a band or BGVs, then you have to have that stereo spread on your mix, so that you don't have all your signals cramped up at the center. So as you can see, the mixer comes with a 7-inch display. This is not a touch screen for this mixer, but on the side you can have various sections that you would want to view or control. So the home section gives you the overview of the entire channel or bus. Will show you the configurations, will show you the EQ. You can see the metering and maybe the panning that you have done. The next section here will give you the meters. So if you had signals here, currently you could see the meters moving. And then you have the routing section, which on another session of this, I will go deeper into this and show you how you can route, how you can change your routing according to what you have connected. Setup section, this is just the normal settings of this mixer. With continuous interaction with it, you can now get to know how to change this, maybe change the time, change the network, IP addresses, and things like that. Next we have library. These are already presets that come with a mixer. Maybe you don't have enough time to set up a mixer. You can select a channel. Maybe you want settings for your female vocals. You can just load the preset and confirm. If you can check here, it has already changed it according to the signal that we have already done. So you already have your EQ, you have your gain, you have your compressor, you have your gate already set according to the presets that usually come with this mixer. That you will find it on the library. With digital mixers also, you have the advantages of having effects channels. So this one comes with 8 of them, where you can have your reverb, you can have your delay, chorus effects. You can also have an inbuilt, it has also an inbuilt graphic EQ, where now you can send it to your speakers and really have no use for the normal EQs that we have to buy separate with other analog mixers. So as you can see, I can change my EQ, I can change what I am, the frequencies that I'm changing, maybe boost some lows and things like that. So some of the advantages that come with this mixer. Next section that you can see here is the monitor and talkback section. This one will control your headphones, headphone inputs, and maybe the monitor that is on your control room or your studio. You can dim maybe the monitors itself, or have it on mono and things like that. Lastly, on this section, you can see we have a talkback. Talkback works with places that you have intercom or communication that is between the control room and maybe other people in the organization. So you can have, for example, in a band setup, talk A talking to the instrumentalists, talk B talking to the maybe monitor world and things like that. So it will give you the flexibility, and will also give you an XLR input where you can have now your talkback mic connected. So some of the advantages that we have said come with this mixer. Lastly, in the sections that we have here, I will show you the show control section, where you can save your settings. So for example, I've made let's say just this kind of mix, rough mixer. And then I can come here and save my settings. I can give it a name as so. You can give it a name like that, and then we save the setting itself. So if anyone else comes and changes the mix like this and things like that, so the mix is already distorted. If you load the setting again, the mixer goes automatically back to where it was. So another big advantage and something that you can control. So as we have seen, it's a mixer that is capable of various things, capable of a lot of things. Some of them that maybe we have not completely looked into. Lastly, I'll show you you can group your channels. For example, we can say these channels, maybe the first 5, we group them into a group of maybe drums. Yeah, so you can long press here and then select like this. So have those 5 as a group. So this becomes the master of that group. So you can control all of them at once. I can select there and see the 5 channels that are on my group. So some of the advantages that you can get on a digital mixers that you cannot get on an analog mixer. This mixer is capable of multi-track recording, capable of live recordings, and it's also compatible with Dante network systems. You just have to add the Dante board at the back of the mixer. So this is a mixer that is practically good for any installation, for any club, for any church institution or government institution. At the back, as you can see, you have now your local inputs and local outputs, up to 32 XLR inputs, and you can see also the 8 jack TRS inputs and outputs, which you can route from the mixer itself. Gives us 2 AES inputs for our stage box, and you can also connect with the USB printer cable when you are running your multi-track recordings and things like that. You have the red lights that you can see at the back. That one shows you if you have your phantom power on or off, just a way to make sure that you are safe before plugging in anything. So it is expandable using our stage boxes, DL32, or you can use also the S32 to expand your channel to your stage, maybe stage area, and gives you flexibility of not having to run the big snake cables, just using a simple Cat6 cable to control your stage box area. Thank you for joining us today. This has been Robert with the LCL Tech Talk. We will continue more onto this mixer, have various practical elements, check how you can set up for multi-track recording, or set up tracks for your practice, set up tracks for maybe your church practice sessions, and we will be able to get to use this mixer in an easier way. At Sound Creations, we have various digital mixers available, and we urge you to come and visit us today and have your total solutions from us. Thank you.